So this weekend, a Michael's craft store opened up right next to our house. So of course we had to go to the soft opening on the first day they opened their doors to check it out. You like the little box you got at Michael's? Is it so? You kissed the box in the store. You like it. You like the box. Stinky Bean. You ready to go inside?
Yeah.
Eat our Taco Bell? So after a much-deserved snack, we decided to unpack our crafts and get right down to it. So one of the things that I got there was this spinning table thing. I have never seen them have so many paint pour specific items, and they happen to have a whole entire end cap. So I grabbed this along with these different paints from Craftsmart, which are specific for paint pouring and paint spinning, because you guessed it, today we are gonna do a paint pour. I decided to take some old canvases where the end product wasn't really to my liking and spray paint over them real quick to give them an interesting background look before we went ahead and did this paint pour, and also to mask a little bit of this leftover image underneath. But the more interesting part to this paint pour, as you're about to see, is that, you guessed it, we are going to be using these pumpkins to help get our fun special effects for these paint pours today. Does this require batteries? Nope. Okay. So we had these cute little pumpkins kicking around for a while now, and Violet had been asking what we should do with them or if we could paint them. And, I couldn't really think of a good way to paint them until this paint pour inspiration thing hit me, which seemed to be a stroke of genius, I suppose. But look at how fun this is going to come out. I decided to add some Elmer's glitter glue to see if this would give it a different texture, and again to still distract from the texture of the previous painting on top. I think it's fair to say that I definitely had two different visions for both of these paintings, and of course the uniqueness and shape of each of these pumpkins kind of sort of gave way to a different image on each canvas anyways. But I feel like this is definitely something that I want to try to do again in the upcoming years with Violet, as it is really kid friendly, believe it or not. And oh yeah, I accidentally dropped the pumpkin in this painting, but once I started using this spinner, I really had a lot of fun with it. One of the things that I would suggest to anyone using this is to make sure that you've secured your canvas on top of the spinner properly. That's something that I wish I did before I started pouring the paint, because once you start, it's really difficult to stop the process, and my canvas kept sliding all over the place and I had to readjust it a few times. But that's not really that big of a deal. And I even thought that this backdrop that I used came out really cool at the end of the day too. So, I had to follow through on one of my artistic visions with it that I've had for quite some time now and put that sucker in a frame. So after letting them dry overnight, this is how they both came out. I know this one is so unexpected, but this one is so pretty. And even though you can see some of the stuff in the back of it, I still love it. This is again that other one in the sunshine, so you can get a better view of it. But now the two of them are hanging up above my bed, and I couldn't be happier with them. Happy Halloween, and thanks for watching.